So you think the Templars found the Holy Grail in Jerusalem and brought it back here?
Let me put it this way. When the Templars were founded in 1118, there were 9 knights. Their stated purpose was to protect pilgrims on the road. But for years they did nothing of the sort. They were given quarters in the Temple of Solomon by King Bedouin himself. There they stayed, and there they excavated for 9 years. Then, in 1128, they changed completely. They returned to Europe and began recruiting. Their wealth and power grew on an unprecedented curve.
So you do think they found the Grail?
I think you're taking the legend of the Grail a little too literally. As with many things of the Middle Ages, it was often wiser and safer to speak in allegory.
What's the Holy Grail an allegory of?
I have a feeling that will come to light sometime in the next decade.
Or in the next couple of days of this game.
The Abbé mentioned that you're working on a book.
Yes,
I
I'm a
am.
historian.
And you're writing about the Templars?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, you knew all
area
this.
is rich in Templar history. That's why I thought I'd come here to write.
Why is there a
It's kind
heartbeat
of
in the
sabbatical,
background?
A sabbatical from what?
really. I teach at a prep school in Manchester.
It's all very proper. I teach the young boys about, Templars. Yes. And history.
Is there any reason to think the Templars left something here, specifically?
It's not unknown that the Templars were digging in the region.
Oh.
They claimed they were mining the old Roman gold veins, but they hired only German workers who couldn't communicate with the locals. Naturally, that led to some speculation.
That they were gay. No,
I read in the museum that several of the Templar founders and a Grand Master were
that they
from
like
this
sausage.
region.
Sorry.
It's true. They also had several bases here and owned a great deal of land. The Chateau de Serres, for example, was built on top of an old Templar fortress.
Ooh.
Why were the Templars accused of heresy?
There are many theories, but most scholars agree that King Philip was jealous of their authority. He wanted to confiscate their land and their reputed treasure. Unfortunately, the Templars themselves helped him make his case. They boasted of the secrets they'd learned in the Holy Land.
Secrets?
Yes.
Mystical
Secrets.
from Kabbalists and Arabic astronomers. Of course, to Christendom this was nothing but witchcraft. Those who confessed were released. Those who did not were burnt at the stake, including the last Grand Master, Jacques Molay.
And they dissolved completely after that?
The Knights Templar were no more.
That is sad.
The Templars had a lot of wealth, right? Gold, money, land.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And that's one possibility for the alleged local treasure?
But
The
yes.
Templar stash?
Yes, but
You don't think so?
they had warning before their arrest. Perhaps some chose to believe that the church would ultimately protect them, but they had enough sense to move the treasure.
To where?
There are various locations. Ireland and Scotland have a great deal of Templar history, for example.
Yes. And here.
If the Templars smuggled out their treasure, wouldn't that sort of blow the Grail theory?
Perhaps there were some things that were too large or too, shall we say, localized to take with them. No, they
Intriguing.
left something behind
Oh.
in the Languedoc. You can be sure of that, Mr.
Languedoc.
Knight.
Why? Okay.
I don't have anything else to say to him.
Okay. What about? Okay.
Yep, he's a writer, all right.
Oh.
Only writers have this many books.
Text. You had to get up to say that he was a writer. For goodness sakes, Gabriel, you were a fool.
Boy, can you imagine the exciting stuff in this guy's files?
I can.
That painting's about as colorful as Larry himself.
What is Larry looking at now? He's not looking at us. He's just blankly looking ahead.
Yep, he's a writer,
Oh.
all right.
Yeah.
I can't make it out from here, and he probably get upset if I took it with me.
Yeah. Maps.
The guy's into maps. The guy's into maps.
Ah.
Larry Chester. He's supposed to be writing a book on the Templars.
He's not supposed to be. He is writing. Oh my god, look at that bad texture. It's not even 3D, for goodness sakes. And there's two of them. And what the hell is that supposed to be? What is this? Does he have a human skull in there? That's pretty cool if it is. Oh, he's got like scrolls and stuff. And oh look, he's put a book back, but it's left open. There's no real point in putting it back then. And oh, looks like there's a crack up there. But enough about the textures. I guess we'll go.
Thanks for the info, Mr. Chester.
Wait, where is all
Most
the
welcome.
lighting in this room coming from?
What is your interest in the Templars? If you don't mind my asking?
No, I don't mind. Thanks again.
Oh, Gabriel, you're such a dickhead. Or a dick, anyway. Where's my notepad? Not that I'm gonna forget that he's driving a blue card, but maybe we'll just try
I
doing
won't be forgetting that color soon.
it. Okay.
I don't need to write down Larry's license plate number.
Fine. Oh, fine. So, now that we've done that, I guess... Oh, don't know why that happened. We'll go back to Rennes Chateau, because it's time for another time block change. That came out weird. Back to Rennes Chateau. Save. Day 1. 6 to 10 p.m. That's a rather long break. 4 hours as opposed to the 2 hours that we've been working with before. Continue. My god, look at that horrible texture for the sky. It's even artifacting in the game. Gosh. I go outside. Big O is gone, as he likes to do. Oh, there are people there.
It looks like the cavalry has arrived.
Thank goodness. And they drive a horrible...
Gabriel,
Oh, hey, Grace.
are you all right?
Yeah,
Why?
fine.
Is my hair messed up? I'm not. Prince James told me to be expecting you.
Is there somewhere more private where we can talk?
Like,
Yeah, I have a room. Come on up.
these guys have really short... What the... I've just noticed how short the arms
Yes, you
of all
Mr.
the
Knight.
men in this game,
Prince
but if you
James
look at
wanted me to
Grace's arms,
express
they're
his
really
gratitude
long.
to you for tracking the kidnappers.
That's weird and freakish.
Have you learned anything since this morning?
I checked at the train station. The taxi driver saw the two men in the trunk. They were picked up by a black sedan. He didn't get the model, but he said it looked expensive.
Did he say which way they went?
They headed for the
good
main
God.
valley loop.
Anything else?
I think I
Well,
love
haven't
this
seen any
accent.
trace of the baby, but there's a tour group staying here. Most of them arrived last night. None of them are the men from the train, but they might be linked somehow.
They might be.
Emilio Bazza and a Signore Buccelli arrived at the hotel around the time of the Paris train. Buccelli claims he came in on a train from Naples, but Cuiza doesn't have a Naples route.
Very curious.
Very curious indeed.
We'll look into it.
Wait,
Ooh,
there's something I didn't tell Prince James.
we're
on
not
the
real
phone.
Scottish
Yes.
people.
When I was coming to on the train, I heard one of the kidnappers say something in French. I remember the word Sangreal.
Sangria.
It means Holy,
Holy
Grail.
Grail.
Do you have any idea what the Holy Grail might have to do with Prince James' son?
I'm sorry. We're not authorized to discuss Prince James's affairs.
We're not there to
But
liberty.
thank you for your observations.
I'm
night.
James
Miss
Cagney. I don't
Nakamura.
even know.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yes, you too. Thanks for the lift.
Oh my
Goodbye,
god, what's wrong with
Miss
your neck,
Nakamura.
Grace?
Mr. Knight?
Mr. Knight, I have a very bad Scottish accent.